Sorry for the racket, guys. Yard's getting mowed, and my friend Bill that works for Rob Pitts, that's hauls cars and trucks for him, he just called and said he's about 4 miles away. So we'll just kind of go along with that and make the best of it. But he should be here in a few minutes to pick up Sam and Shannon. So we'll just see what happens here. Hopefully everything will go well, and Bill can be on his way here in just a few minutes. I'll try to video everything I can, if I can. So we'll just kind of go from there. So see y'all in a bit. Okay, guys, I'm waiting on my friend Bill. He should be coming around the corner here in just a minute. Got my buddy Chris here. He is mowing. He's my friend Chris. He's a good guy, real good guy. We think the world of him. And he mows our yard and stuff. If you're new to the channel, I'll just tell you, I got a bad shoulder and I got bad knees. There's days I can't hardly walk. So I struggle. So a lot of people see me limping around and can't hardly walk, and they say, "What's wrong with you, Jimmy?" And I got a bad knee from where I messed it up at work. So I told Chris I appreciate him mowing. He gets it done in just a few minutes. I just got to push mower. Here comes my friend Bill. So we're good. Okay, guys, I got Shannon here running, ready to go into the trailer, and I got the 88 OBS, or Bill does, 88 OBS Sam in the trailer. He pulled it in backwards, and he's an expert on this stuff. I don't know nothing. Said he's fixing to go to Rhode Island after he dumps or takes these to Rob Pitts. So he stays busy. He said he's been in all 48 states, and he would go to Hawaii if they would build a road. So it's good. So I'm kind of letting Shannon warm up there just a little bit. Bill's strapping Sam down, and I'm going to miss these trucks, guys. I know y'all probably think I'm heartless, but I'm not. I'm very much attached to them, and you know, it's been a part of my life for several years. Sorry, guys, this is Mrs. PIB. She said she made it to her destination, and my friend Chris is weed eating here, so it's all good. But as I sing, I sure am going to miss these trucks, and I'm helping Bill. He's by himself, so believe it or not, I guided him in while he was going backwards, and I'm awfully glad I got those little small mirrors, sport mirrors is what I call them, for Sam. You remember that several videos back? I bought the vent shade visor things and the sportier mirrors, and I'm glad I did, because this thing just barely fit with I mean, there's a little bit of room on each side from the mirrors from hitting this cable that hooked for the door. So it all worked out good. The Lord has a plan, and we just got to go with what we can. Anyway, Bill's a real good guy, and he told me he doesn't advertise or nothing. He stays busy. Anyway, he said he's going to Rhode Island, then he's going to California. So he travels the 48 states and Canada. So pretty good guy to get to know, and I'm trying to get to know him better. You never know. Okay, guys, believe it or not, Bill was letting me help him, and got Shannon in here, and Bill is a pretty limber feller. He climbed out the window on both of these trucks. Sorry about that. I had the camera at the wrong focus. Anyway, he climbed out the window on both of these, and I told him I didn't think I could do it. I'm not as limber as he is, but he does this for a living, so he knows what he's doing, is what I'm getting at. I was guiding him in here, and I told him, I said, a little bit to the left, a little bit, you know, just because I was worried about these cables. And he said, I'm okay, Jimmy. He said, you're just a little bit nervous. And I said, yes, sir, I sure am. So he's strapping Shannon down as we speak. And, oh, I'm sorry. Guess you heard me. My knee gives out on me, and it's just about give out today. So I'm awful grateful for my friend Chris, who keeps our yard mowed. I used to mow it all the time, but I just my knee can't stand a whole lot of walking. But it's all good. See you, buddy. I don't get to make these type videos very often, so hope you understand why I'm doing what I'm doing. Like I said, about every year and a half, 2 years, I normally just, a lot of times, not normally, a lot of times, I've done this several times, I sell all my trucks, and I try to find somebody that will buy the whole thing, all of them, so I don't have to deal with people tire kicking and complaining and blah blah blah. I've been down that road, people saying, well, you didn't tell me about that, you didn't tell me about this. Well, yes, I did. I had one guy, I had a 67 GMC before I started YouTube, and I believe it's before I started YouTube. Anyway, I put it on, what was it? Might have been Craigslist at the time. And as an older gentleman, and I told him every dent, every scratch, everything I knew about the truck. And he come down here, and he just dogged that truck. And he said he'd been looking for one for a long time, and I said, well, I think you'll like this one. And, you know, I think you will. I said, I'm telling you everything I know about it. And anyway, like I said, he's an older gentleman, and he just downed that truck from one end to the other. And I'm telling you guys, it's a nice truck. And he said, well, you didn't say this about the truck. You didn't. I forgot what he's talking about. 2 or 3 things. He said, you didn't tell me that. I said, sir, I said, I did. I told you everything about this truck. And so he was just giving me a hard time. And his wife grabbed me by the arm when he was crawling up and under the truck. And she took me by the arm, took me aside, and she said, Jimmy, she said, I'm sorry for the way my husband's acting. She said, she said, he's looked at several trucks, and she said, this is the nicest one that he's looked at. And she said, I don't know why he's giving you such a hard time, because I'll just be honest with you guys, I was getting madder and madder and madder, because he was basically saying, you know, I was a liar, I wasn't telling him this and telling him that, when I was. I told him everything. And, you know, I always tell people, you know, if you have any questions of any kind, you call, ask me, and you know, and I said, if I think of anything, I'm going to call and tell you. And I always have done that. But anyway, after he crawled out from under the truck, by then, you know, I'm sorry guys, but I was starting to get mad. And you know, I said, sir, I said, he was starting to say something else bad about it. I said, sir, this truck's not for you. I said, if I was you, I'd just keep looking and find one I'd be happy with. I don't want you to spend money on something that you're not going to like. And, you know, I said, if you don't care, just please leave. I've heard about all I want to hear. So he didn't buy it and he left. I don't know if he's trying to get me down on the price or something. But, I mean, I was pretty much rock bottom anyway. I mean, as long as I can make a couple of bucks or even break even. I wish that yellow jacket would leave me alone. But, you know, I'm pretty good. So anyway, it sold quickly after him. It's no big deal. But I was talking to Bill here. He's got 505,000 miles on this truck. He bought it new in 2017. I said, this must be a pretty good truck for you to, you know, go all over the countryside with this thing. And of course, it's a Dodge Cummins turbo diesel, so pretty good truck. I mean, he goes all over with it. Anyway, I just thought I'd tell you that little story. No, probably not worth talking about, but maybe y'all can understand what I'm talking about with when it comes to people sometimes. I hate to be that way. You know, I try to be a good person and, you know, truthful about everything that I do or say. Try to be, unless I'm obviously joking. I joke around a lot, but I mean, it's so obvious, you know, I'm joking. But no, when it comes to selling a car or a truck, I tell every possible thing that I know. And I told that feller too, so anyway, let me do my ritual here. Shannon, I'm going to miss you, buddy. You've been a good truck and I've had a lot of fun with you. Thank you for all the many days of enjoyment and letting my wife and I work together and have bonding time. See y'all in a bit. Okay, guys. Bill is loaded up and heading down the road. Said he's got about 3.5 hours to get back. 3.5 hours of driving. So, goodbye, Sam, and goodbye, Shannon. I'll miss some guys, but I'm sure I'll get some more. Like I've said in one of my other videos, I've got friends that are they are sending me all kinds of trucks for sale, and I know sooner or later I'll wind up getting one. It's not that I'm necessarily looking for one, but it's just what we do. And but I don't know, guys, the way things are, it just kind of, I'll talk to you for just a minute, then I got to get busy, but it just kind of seemed like the right thing to do. And like I said, if you can find somebody, for instance, like Rob Pitts or the other feller that I used to deal with for several years, it's kind of good to, you know, somebody that just comes and buys the whole thing instead of dealing with one-on-one people and no shows. I've just been down that road so many times. I don't want to go down it anymore if I can help it. So I want to thank Rob Pitts for being a man of his word and, you know, and becoming one of my good friends on top of that. And I want to thank y'all for watching and keeping up with, you know, all the things that we do here in this driveway. My wife and I, Mrs. PIB, thank her too. So, but there's something I was wanting to address with you for just a minute, and you might or might not understand it. I try to be as nice as I can be. That's not my dog. There's some people walking up the street and freaking a dog out. But sorry about that. Anyway, what I was going to talk to you about, if it's not a plane, it's a dog, isn't it? Anyway, what I was going to talk to you about is me selling my vehicles. And I've had some people, a few people, maybe a couple, 2 or 3, whatever, that pretty disappointed in me, and cause I sold Waddy, the '62 Impala. They used to sit here in this driveway, this garage. Well, I'm gonna try to address this again. Maybe y'all will understand. Maybe you don't. Some people don't, evidently, but some people are not going to watch my channel because of it. But hey, that's on you. That's fine with me. You know, that old Ricky Nelson song, "Garden Party." You can't please everyone, so you got to please yourself. Kind of comes into play on this. I sometimes revert back to that song through my life experiences. You know, with divorces and, you know, stuff like that. I'm sorry, I'm not getting real personal on stuff. I'm just telling you. But anyway, I'm just going to say this, and like I said, I don't mean to be rude, but I've had that '62 Impala 37, 38 years. I've had it a long time. Most of my life, I've had that car. I'm fixing to be 66. So over half of my life, I've had that car. And, you know, I've took care of it all these years. Other people, you know, during divorces, I keep mentioning divorces, but you know, like I said, I'm on my third marriage. Mrs. PIB, she's a keeper, and always treated me fair and done right by me. And but you know, the other two wives, not so much. So without getting in any deeper than that, so I've had to sell things, guys, in order to make my bills, to pay my bills, especially during divorces when you don't know that you're, if you're like me and you're the last one to find out that you're getting a divorce and that they've moved on to someone else, well then, you know, you're the last one to know. So a lot of times you're stuck with a lot of bills to pay. So here comes my plane. If it's not the dog, it's a plane. Anyway, I've had to sell some things in order to pay my bills. I always pay my bills on time, and but I've always somehow managed to scrape by. I'm telling you guys, I didn't have 2 nickels to rub together a lot of times in my life. I've only, for years, especially when I have one son, a natural son by me, with my second wife, and I know I'm getting personal, but I'm just going to tell you what I think. So I had custody of him, so you know, it was, you know, I had a house payment, I had bills like everybody else, and trying to keep him in school clothes because he just started school, first grade, and you know, of course I'm the only one working. Even when I was married, I was the only one working. So I was begging for overtime, trying to keep my bills paid. So my point is, there's times you had to sell some things in order to make sure that you met your payments. I'm trying to figure out some of the things I probably should tell you, but I won't. But anyway, my point is, I've always managed to keep the '62 Impala all these years, 37, 38 years. And, but I don't have anyone in my family that can take care of the car. I know that's hard to believe, but I don't have anyone that will take care of the car that used to live right here. So, like I said, I'm fixing to be 66. I know I'm repeating myself, but I'm trying to choose my words wisely so I don't say something I wish I hadn't. But anyway, it was time, while I'm still able, still healthy, still able. There's nothing wrong there. I don't have to sell anything. As I've said before, you know, my house and everything is all paid for. All the vehicles are paid for. But, you know, there just comes a time, like in a spot in my life, that I've realized that I needed to, it's time to find Waddy, the '62 Impala, a good, I guess, kind of like forever home. And I think I have. I've had a lot of people try to buy Waddy. I wouldn't sell it to them because they couldn't promise me with all their heart that they were going to keep it, which I knew right then they was going to sell it. First opportunity, they was going to try to make a little bit and move it on to someone else. And I didn't want that to happen. So, you know, it's kind of like it's a hard decision to make. And like I said in my videos, I've cried about it. You know, can't sleep at night, you know, all that kind of stuff. I mean, don't think for a moment it didn't bother me, because it just about killed me. You can ask my wife that. Just about killed me. But, I mean, then again, I'm trying to be smart enough and man enough to know when it's time. I mean, I don't want to burden my wife with that. Should I pass away in my sleep or whatever? I mean, as far as I know, I'm perfectly healthy, and so is she. I mean, we're in good shape, in good hands. The Lord's watching over us. But, I mean, we're not promised tomorrow, are we? The Lord knows, but I don't. So I don't want to burden her with a bunch of stuff. And that Impala would have been, I feel like, would have been a burden for her trying to find a forever home. You know what I mean? So that's why I sold it. And if you don't understand that, and you don't agree with what I done, well, you know, that's okay. If you don't want to watch my videos anymore, that's okay. I just like these videos on the 62 and me selling these trucks. I said in several videos I didn't even think I was going to post them, but what made me post them on YouTube was because Rob Pitts had already put stuff on his Instagram page, and you know, he already sold coffee 15 minutes after he got it back to his garage or shop or whatever. He done sold it, and you know, the people had already commented, you know, they seen Sky in the background, a 75 C10 truck, and you know, people said, well, that's PIB's truck, that's Primary's best truck. And I told my wife, I said, well, you know, I said, the cat's kind of out of the bag, isn't it? So I thought, well, I mean, my longtime YouTube subscribers, I felt like I owed you that much. Does that make sense? So, but I felt like I owed you an explanation and not left you in the dark, so to speak. So, but I was just kind of doing it for my own personal. Anyway, make a long story short, I posted them on YouTube, and so when you hear me, if you've heard me say in the videos, I don't know if I'm going to post it. I didn't know. I had it in my mind I wasn't. So anyway, getting back on the Impala, I know a lot of, I guess I've hurt a lot of people's feelings, and I'm sorry, but once again, I'm just going to tell you, it's my car. I've had it all these years, longer than anybody in the car's life, and you know, I've took care of it with lots of joy in my heart, because I love the car and the history behind the car. But like my buddy GM 1038, his name's Brian, he told me, he said, Jimmy, he said, it's not the car, it's just the car. But he said, it's the memories in the car, and that's true. So that made me feel a lot better. But anyway, my point is, I found it I feel like a good forever home. And at least for many, many years, I'm hoping. So, hoping and praying. But, you know, the car, Whitey, is still making someone happy, isn't it? I mean, it's not a loss, like it's anything like that. It's making someone happy. And Rob is happy. And I'm happy, because I gave it a forever home, or at least a home for many years. And someone that will actually take care of it, instead of letting it sit out, get stolen, or some guy or some person buy it for their 16-year-old son, and 3 days later they've wrecked it around a telephone pole or something like that. So, you know, if you're mad at the channel, or mad at me, or mad at my wife, or mad at everybody that you run across because I sold that car, I'm sorry. But like I said, it's my car. I'll do with it as I see fit. Same with these trucks I've had. If I want to lower them, if I want to put wheels on them, if I want to run the exhaust straight up to the top of that tree, if I can find somebody to do it, you know, that's what I want. So that's how love goes, isn't it? Anyway, I didn't mean to get off on that, guys, but some of that stuff to me is just kind of ridiculous. And as I say sometimes, you know, it is what it is. And, you know, I try to be a likable, friendly guy at all times, because the Lord's watching me. listening to every word I say. So hope you understand what I'm talking about. Thank you for watching the videos. This is not the end of the channel. I still have Left Turn Bill and Billy James in the backyard, and somebody made a comment which I thought was kind of humorous the other day, talking about, well, I got two bills, Billy James and Left Turn Bill, and it never occurred to me before this whole time since I've had them that I got two bills. So that's pretty good. But yeah, my wife and I's got plans for both of those trucks, and my wife is wanting me to two-tone Billy James, so the approach I had where I scuffing it up and stuff might just get blowed out the window, and might just be two-toning it. She's wanting me to two-tone it red and white, kind of like what Sky was, blue and white, or or Shannon, brown and beige. It might look pretty good. I might try that. So I'll probably wind up having to paint the whole truck white, and putting red in between where the trim's supposed to be. But should make for a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to getting started on it. I was kind of waiting for the grass to dry up. I need to trim shrubs. They're getting kind of out of hand with all the rain we've had. Anyway, I appreciate y'all watching the videos. Like I said, it's not the end of the channel, and hope you understand what I'm saying, where I'm coming from, and if I hurt your feelings, I'm sorry. Never intend to hurt anybody's feelings, but some people just, I don't know, some people just don't get it. And like I said, I'm fixing to end the video. Just hang in there one more minute. I don't tell everything going on in my life on YouTube. So a lot of people's drawing conclusions that, I need money. I need, there's something health-wise wrong with me or my wife, or, I mean, I don't know, people, I guess, think about, well, what's going on in his life, or what's happened, well, no, guys, I've done this lots of times. I'll sell 4 or 5 trucks at one time. I mean, that's just, if I can find somebody that I don't have to deal with just one person I want to deal with, and somebody that will believe everything that I've told them about the truck as far as I know. I mean, these are all old trucks. If they go down the street and the motor falls out, I promise you, I didn't know the motor was fixing to fall out. I didn't know all 4 wheels were going to fly off. I mean, they're 40-plus-year-old trucks. I can't guarantee the sun's going to rise tomorrow, because I don't know. I hope it does. I hope the Lord will let us have another day, but only the Lord knows that. So anyway, you're watching Prime at His Best. I'm sorry. And like I said, if I hurt your feelings, I'm sorry. But it seems like some people don't really care to hurt mine. So you're watching Prime at His Best on YouTube. I thank you for watching the videos. There's more to come, believe me. And I'm on Facebook, Prime at His Best. Instagram, Prime at His Best. And I got a second YouTube channel I occasionally put videos up on. It's called Man on a Budget. And I'm on Instagram, Man on a Budget 1. Now, if you'd like to send me a video of your old car or truck that you're working on, you can do that too. Just make me a video, 2, 3, 4 minutes long. Just make separate videos, and my wife can put them together and make one continuous video for you. And it'll be on my YouTube channel where the whole world can see it. It's a lot of fun. And I enjoy looking at other people's rides. It gives me ideas too. So if you'd like to do that, you can. Just go to primeatisbest@comcast.net. And you can go to Instagram Messenger, Prime at His Best, and Facebook Messenger, Prime at His Best. So there's 3 ways that I know of that you can send me a video of your car or truck that you're working on. And I would enjoy seeing it. I get the biggest kick out of it, and my wife does too, Mrs. PIB. She loves looking at other people's cars and trucks. If you're sitting with her and we're watching a video of someone else's car or truck that someone sent in, she'll say, why don't we do that? Or how come, what did they do right here? I mean, she's right involved with it too. Don't take her for granted at all. And also, I want to remind you again, in case you forgot, I got PIB Swap and Shop. Swap and Shop is something I'm trying to get going on the channel. And where to take off. Maybe if you've got something you want to buy, sell, or trade, you can send me a video of what you have. And, you know, be it if you have a car or a truck for sale, you know, just put in the video your name and phone number, a way for somebody to get a hold of you, where they can ask you about it, where you live, or, you know, I'm just making up stuff. Or if you have a 4-speed transmission or a carburetor, or, you know, I'm just making up stuff that somebody might be interested in. I'll put it on my YouTube channel, PIB's Swap and Shop. And, you know, maybe I'm trying to get it going so people will, instead of buying something new or something that they, you know, maybe somebody's been looking for something for a long time. For instance, a 58 Impala steering wheel. You can say, hey, I've got a 58 Impala steering wheel here. And somebody might want that steering wheel. So I'm just making up stuff. I mean, of course, you know what you have. I don't. So you can do that the same way. If you want to send me a video, Primer is best at Comcast.net, and Primer is best Instagram Messenger, Primer is best, Facebook Messenger, Primer is best. Send me a video and a way for somebody to get a hold of you. Don't forget, if you send me a video, don't hold your phone this way, hold it this way, please. It makes for a full screen. And please, no music. YouTube frowns on that. They've dinged me a couple of times by accident when I was filming and didn't even realize that music was playing in the background. Here comes my plane. And no foul language, please. I don't want any foul language. I'd appreciate if you'd abide by those couple of 2 or 3 little small rules. I appreciate it. God bless y'all. Have a great day. And the Lord is in charge, and He's made a beautiful day today. I pray always that the Lord will watch over you and keep you safe. God bless y'all. See you later.